Woo! The bells of my local church are ringing. The scene is set. The calm before the storm. These are my favorite match previews. You know me. If you've been sticking around for a long time, you know that these are the match previews where I get motivational, where I get excited, because this is the first game where the phone rings. We gotta pick it up. And that phone either accepts or declines. We're either in or out after these 90 minutes. And let's say that it's quite fair to say that these 90 minutes can change our season. I think this is the game, out of all the games that we've played so far, this is the game that really can genuinely change our season from shit to, to moving, to becoming better, and ultimately maybe giving that ultimate and definite switch. Qualifying for the round of 16 is vital. Qualifying for the round of 16 is so important for this team, for what this tournament means to this team, for the money, because only by qualifying into the round of 16 we would earn 10 million. It's fundamental. It's fundamental for the trajectory of this football club. It's fundamental for absolutely everything. And of course, the most important thing, for the excitement of us fans, continuing to dream, continuing to fight, continuing to have that spark in us, which shines and hopefully will bring us to Bilbao in May. Maybe it can bring us to Bilbao even earlier if we do face them in the round of 16. But you know what the dream is. The dream is big, and let's get into this. I'm so excited. Match preview, predicted 11. We'll speak about Porto and stuff. Before we get into it, however, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. This is the video to do it. Look, this is where I care about it the most. Smash the like, subscribe. Also, thank you to Soccer Duo Shop for sponsoring this video. If you scan that QR code and make your purchase, you can have a 10% discount if you use code ROMA at checkout. You're probably wondering what Soccer Duo Shop is. Let me show you. This kit, for example, perfect kit, authentic kit, was sent to me, Paolo at the back, by Soccer Duo Shop. Their kits are absolutely great. I mean, look at the badge, authentic kits. You've got some good deals. So if you scan that QR code or click the link in the description below, then you are going to get a 10% discount if you use code ROMA at checkout. It can be absolutely everything you want. It doesn't have to be a Roma kit. It can be a Real Madrid kit. It can be a Liverpool kit. But look, I'll give you an advice. Get your Roma kits if you don't have them, because they are much needed in these in or out games. Also, sorry if I'm a bit distracted today. I was at my grandmother's house today, and I was wandering in one of her ancient wardrobes, and look at the kit that I found. If that is not historic, if that is not a legacy, then I don't know what it is. I can't wear this because it's actually a quite small kit, but look at the beauty of this kit. I mean, look at that sponsor, Ina Assitalia Batistuta in the back. Number 18, the Lion King, Batigol, Batistuta. Isn't that fantastic? What a way to start the stream, isn't it? Right, let's speak about the game. Oh man, I am so excited. I am so excited for Thursday. I'm so nervous. No, actually, you know what? I'm not that nervous. I'll be very honest with you. I think it's normally a good sign. I'm not here to jinx anything, but me not being exceptionally nervous is usually a good sign. It means that I'm confident. And the truth is that I am confident. I think we will beat Porto on Thursday. I think the elements of Thursday's game can prove to be quite tight, but at the end we'll nick it. Porto are a team that are quite good at defending themselves. And I think their objective on Thursday will be to defend and ultimately try, like many clubs have done against us this season, to hit us on a counter-attack, score a goal, and kind of end it there, and then park the bus and massively defend themselves. That is going to be their asset. That is going to be their tactical asset. We need to prevent this. We need to prevent this by scoring goals. We need to prevent this by not only parking the bus, because if you only park the bus, you won't score a goal, and you do need to win. Again, we don't need a comeback. We don't need mega polyctic scenarios, miraculous scenarios. No, we don't need them. We just need a win. It can be a 1-0 win with a penalty. It can be a 1-0 win with an own goal. It can be any win that you want as long as you win this game. You can also draw this game and go to penalties. And that is exactly where you do not need to fall in this trap. Why am I saying this? 2 reasons. The first reason is I don't want to live through penalties ever again. And you're probably going, well, the last time we went on penalties, it was actually quite good for us. We threw Feyenoord out. That's exactly why I don't want penalties, because the last time we got to penalties, it was good. And penalties are genuinely 50-50. And this time round, it's going to go against us if we got to penalties. Also because their goalkeeper, Rui Costa, whatever his name is, Diogo Costa, he is a great penalty keeper. He's a great penalty keeper. Look, I genuinely don't want penalties. Similarly to what I said before that Budapest final, I would rather lose 2-0. I would rather lose 2-0 than lose on penalties again. I've got nightmares of penalties. My life has been marked by that penalty shootout in Budapest, and I don't ever want to go through that shit all over again. So let's make things clear. God, if you exist, if you want us to lose, I want to lose 2-0. I'd rather lose 2-0 than lose on penalties. I don't ever want to experience a defeat on penalties again. I just don't want to do it anymore. Because it's so stressful and it's so going to go against us if we go on penalties this time. So avoid penalties by all means, which is why you got to score the goal and defend. I think we'll win because, of course, I mean, I always use this explanation, but it's the best explanation out there. It's an Olimpico during a European knockout stage. If you've ever experienced it, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't experienced it, then maybe one day get yourself to the Olimpico in a knockout stage, in a second tie at home, and you know what I will speak about. The Olimpico transforms in these games. And if I'm trying to explain this to people who've never been at the Olimpico, if you go to the Stadio Olimpico in any ordinary game, you will be amused. If it's your first time there, if you're going to the Olimpico, it's your first time there, and you're witnessing a Roma-Bologna game, you're going to be impressed by the atmosphere, absolutely. But if you go to the Stadio Olimpico in a Roma against any team in a second tie of a European tie, that excitement and that adrenaline and that incredible feeling that you will feel, if you multiply it 100 times, you'll probably get there. I don't know how to explain this. Maybe some of the vlogs that I filmed last season, 2 years ago, even tomorrow's vlog, will make you understand what these fans transform into when it's a European tie. I mean, go back and watch. I did film some very cool videos. The Milan video last year, the Brighton video last year. But the Brighton video was good, but it was a first leg, so it's not even that good. Second legs are 10 times better than first legs. Feyenoord with Mourinho, with that incredible comeback. Feyenoord with De Rossi on penalties. Watch that before tomorrow's game, after tomorrow's game, on Thursday's game, and you'll understand what I'm speaking about. I read a statistics. I read an article. I think it was Monday morning, which basically said how the Roma hasn't lost a second leg tie in a European tournament in so much time. It's been almost 8 years. I think, in fact, the last time we lost a second leg tie at home was against Porto in 2019 in the game that costed Di Francesco the sack, in that another incredibly robbed game where Porto beat us 3-0. And if you look at that team, it was very weak. That's the last time. After that, we haven't lost a second time. And I look at Feyenoord with Mourinho, Feyenoord with Porto. Before that, you look at Liverpool, You look at Barcelona, even, you know, I look at Salzburg with Mourinho, I look at Bodo Glimt with Mourinho, I look at Milan with De Rossi. No matter who you play against, that stadium transforms, those fans transforms, and those players transform. That's the number one reason why I think we'll win on Thursday, because these players now know what it feels like. These players now know, a lot of these players know what it feels like to play in a heated ground in a European tie. So I'm very excited for Thursday's game. Second reason why I think is because the truth is that we're better than them. The simple truth is that we are better than them. Because if we were a bit more concentrated in the first half, and if we had a good referee in the first half, we wouldn't even be in this hypothetical scenario. We'd probably have both our feet in the round of 16 if it was for a bit more concentration and a decent referee. We're better than them. They've got some individual players, but again, as I said in the first match preview, speaking and analysing Porto, it's not the same Porto. It's a very new Porto. It's a Porto which is remodeling, which is rejuvenating, and ultimately revolutionising. Their biggest players, as I said the first time, were Omar Dion up front, what's his name? Romaro Silva, the young kid, I think I got his name wrong, and Fabio Vieira. Those three players are the players which you got to be careful about. But I'll give you an example. Eintracht Frankfurt 3 weeks ago, I think was a more complicated game than this Thursday. Because I think Eintracht Frankfurt proved more. I think Eintracht Frankfurt were more experienced. And I think Eintracht Frankfurt had better tools to beat us. And even in that game, against Eintracht Frankfurt, which got qualified third in the Europa League this season, you beat them 2-0. So I think we'll go through. I think we'll go through. Let's not think about the process of going through and who do we face and everything. I want to focus on this game. And these players should focus on this game. What I don't want these players to do is stepping up on Thursday with, in their minds, the only thought being that if they qualify, there's a 50% chance that they face Lazio. That is where you'll get it wrong. You've got high chances of qualifying. Yes. If you do qualify, there's a 50% chance that you face Lazio. Yes. But those are concepts that need to cross your mind after you qualify. Because football is weird. Football is wild. And most importantly, football is unpredictable. So as much as I do think we're favourites, as much as I think we will win, and I think we'll end it in the first 90 minutes, without having that risk of extra time and penalties, you always need to be careful. You always need to be careful. Because this game is wild. And the moment you go down by one goal, that's when the realism starts to turn into miracle. And we don't want that. Just like against Eintracht Frankfurt and many other games, this game is ours to lose. This game, we've got a glass ball in our hands. The only way we get eliminated is if we drop this glass ball and it shatters on the floor. But why do I need to risk anything if I just keep onto this glass ball? You know, this game is ours to lose. At home, we've got the advantage of having drawn away from home. It's a direct do or die. Dybala's back. Best lineup on the pitch. Let's not risk it. Let's end it first. Okay? So that's what I think will happen. Oh, in terms of refereeing, French referee Le Texier will be the manager. Very experienced referee. He was the referee who refereed Roma Brighton 4-0 last season. I think he's an experienced one. I was reading how he refereed the Euro 2024 final this summer. So, yeah, hopefully he'll be a good one. Because my fear of having a bad referee who will influence the game badly is high. I ain't gonna lie. But, yeah, hopefully he won't have a stinker. Predicted 11. My predicted 11 is this. Dybala's back, yes. Ranieri confirmed this. Hummels, I think, will be back. And I think Pellegrini starts. Svilor, Ndika, Hummels, Mancini. I still think Cilic will start. Wrench not fit. Remember, he's coming from an injury. I don't think Saud will start, and so I think Cilic will start. Oh, and Salamakers, of course, is suspended. So Cilic, I think, will start this game. Angelino will start this game. And then in the middle, control, composure with Leandro Paredes and Manu Kone. Up front, Pellegrini, Dybala and Dovbyk. I think in terms of approach, if I can give you kind of a comparison of how we need to approach this game with another game that we played this season, I would probably say the derby. Tomorrow's game, you need to approach like the derby, with the willingness of scoring a goal after 20 minutes. The objective tomorrow is this: score a goal within the first 20 minutes. Because if you score a goal in the first 20 minutes, Porto will be forced to open up, and the second Porto open up, you'll score another. Of course, in the meantime, you gotta be quite concentrated at the back. Don't make silly mistakes. Remember, handballs on the back, because nowadays everything is a penalty. So I think the tactical game plan tomorrow is score a goal in the first 20 minutes. That means that Porto are forced to open up, because if they don't open up, if it ends 1-0, it's done for them. It's over for us. Like, it's over for us in a good way. And then the moment they open up, you need to exploit the Paredes and Kone transition to find Dybala, Dovbyk and Pellegrini and score immediately a second one like you did against Lazio. So in terms of game plan, you gotta copy the Lazio game. Everybody expected a tight game. Your objective: high start, high intensity start, goal in the first 20 minutes. Porto need to open up. When Porto need to open up, you hit them and you score again. And I think Thursday's game ends 2-0. I can see a similar game to Lazio on Thursday. So my prediction for Thursday's game will be 2-0. 2-0 to us. I think the cluster results on Thursday will be 2-1, 2-0, 1-0. I think, yeah, it's one of these three. 1-0, 2-1, 2-0. I think we win. I think we win in 90 minutes. I really hope we do, because I can't go through penalties again. Yeah, that's it. I mean, also, in terms of atmosphere-wise, Porto Ultras are teamed with Lazio Ultras. So tomorrow's game, in terms of atmosphere, can be a bit dodgy, because I wouldn't be surprised if some Lazio Ultras would be in the away end tomorrow. I wasn't aware of this. I just saw a tweet saying that Porto Ultras and Lazio Ultras have got a bond. So I mean, that's another reason to beat them. Fuck Porto. Yeah. And remember, revenge from 2019. And also, you know, another reason why I think we can expect an aggressive Roma on Thursday. Rage from the first leg. You can tell that as soon as that first leg ended, with Ranieri's rage, with the players' rage, you can tell that the players want revenge from that, from another UEFA scandal, as we talked about at the start of the week. Yeah, I think. Look, I'm not gonna get too excited. I don't want to. I don't want to get too overconfident. I want to play the game. I want to win the game, and then on Thursday, if we do qualify, fingers crossed. Let's scratch your balls. There will be the draw, and in that draw, we will either have an incredible event of a Roma Lazio European derby, double derby in the space of 7 days. I don't think it's ever happened in recent times. We're gonna go through that together if it does happen. Yes. Get your Xanax and herbal teas ready. Start pre-ordering them, because if we do qualify and face Lazio, we will need them. And then, of course, on the other hand, we could face Bilbao. And what a game that one would be as well. An early trip to Bilbao, maybe. I don't want to look at that. I really don't. I want to look at Porto first. And then after Porto, I want to look at Monza. Game after game, step after step, consistency after consistency. Just got my 24-25 Dybala kit, Europa patch on the arm, all in on the Europa lads. Shout out to you, Giovanni. Roma wins 2-0, says Alif. The only thing that I'm skeptical about is the return leg being played away after this. Other than that, I'm confident we can tackle all the possible teams that are leading to a final in a two-legged tie. That's an interesting point, and I do agree with you. I think it's a very underrated advantage, which not many teams consider. It's a very big disadvantage. Because, I mean, I'll give you an example. If you do face Bilbao in the round of 16, a second leg at the San Mamés, had it been the other way round, I'd have been more confident. But a second leg at the San Mamés, I've been to Bilbao, and if we do face Bilbao, me and my mates will actually try and organize the away game. I can guarantee you, Bilbao fans are heated as hell. Basque fans, I mean, you remember them when they came to Rome this September. I would not like a second leg at the San Mamés. A lot of people ask, if we do qualify, who would I rather face? I'll be honest with you, I'd rather face Lazio. Because I think Bilbao are better than Lazio. I really do. Again, the hazard with Lazio is people say losing the derby. And I'll agree. If you lose that derby, it's going to be hell. It's going to be hell. It's probably a potential Roma-Lazio-Lazio-Roma in the space of 7 days in a European Cup knockout stage would probably be the most important derby since that 2013 final that they won. So losing it would be very bad. And I think if you lose that derby, your season is done. Like, you'd be dead. You wouldn't emotionally be able to recover. But then I always say, but what if we win? All of those comments can be reversed. Mirror effect to them. I don't know. I'd rather face Lazio, but I understand people who don't want to face Lazio. It's understandable. I mean, it's not a normal derby. We live this derby with anxiety and fear when there's only basically 2 of them in the space of 10 months. I can only imagine what it would be on our side and their side to live 2 derbies in the space of a week. Like, I think it'd be a great event, but oh boy. I don't know. Look, as I said before, I want to focus on Porto first. Then we'll slowly answer that question. And when I mean that question, I mean the question. Bilbao or Lazio? I don't know. Simo, 2-goal advantage is a must. We all know Roma very well now. Yeah, but if we win 1-0, I don't give a damn. Mati goal. Right, I'm going to end it here. Milan are winning, right? We need Milan and Atalanta to go through. We need them to go through. Absolutely. Because the more Italian teams go through, the more chances we have of course, having 5 teams in the Champions League. And I'm not saying we are going to get top 5, but if you get 7th, you'd be in the Europa League. So up the Atalanta, up the Milan tonight. And I despise saying it, but Juventus needs to win tomorrow too. Then they can lose the tournament. But it's important that they go through these first initial rounds, because otherwise it's gonna be bad for us. And our qualification through to Europe in the league also does depend on other teams. And one of the things that needs to happen is for Italy to get 5 teams. So I'm glad Milan are winning, and I hope Atalanta beat Bruges tonight. Right, I'm gonna catch you tomorrow. Tomorrow's a big one. Tomorrow's the pre-one. We'll have a little chat. Hit the like, subscribe, hit the like. I'm speaking to you. This is the game, okay? We've got a dream. All of us have got a dream, and this is a combined dream. This is a combined dream, and this dream, the first obstacle to this dream is Thursday's game against Porto. In or out game. It's do or die. It's do or die. Hit the like, subscribe, and let me know your thoughts. See you out.